All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. This is our performance seminar for Monday, the 14th of April. It is our 6:30 session. Let's go ahead and start with Miss Isha. So, Isha, if you got your camera ready, go ahead, turn yourself on and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Isha, and I'm going to be playing Reflections.
Who's it by?
Uh, Dennis Alexander, I think.
Nice. Well done, Miss Isha. How was that performance for you?
I think it was okay.
Yeah? Is that how you expected it to come out today?
I think I made a mistake at the beginning, but I think it was okay.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, we're all going to make mistakes here and there when we play. But when I ask how did it go, I want you guys all to think about the overall music making aspect, right? Kind of like when you write a story. Say you write a story for English, and the teachers ask you, "Can you tell me about your story?" Would you tell your teacher, "Oh, I've got some spelling mistakes," or would you tell them this story is about a young girl? She does this, and then she goes here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Obviously, we can fix our spelling mistakes in class, but I want you to think more about, do you feel that you were able to tell the story of enchanted moments through your playing? So, reflections through your playing.
Yeah.
Or do you think you're on your way there, or are you getting a better idea of what this piece might mean and how to bring it out?
I feel
What are
like
your thoughts?
I feel like it's actually pretty good. I think definitely the dynamics helped this time. Last time I didn't really have that much in there.
Good,
And
good.
then also I sped up the tempo a little bit, but I think maybe next time what could help a little bit more was maybe adding more pedal than just line 4 and 5 because I added the most over there.
Yeah, I think you can be more frequent with the pedal,
Yeah.
right? Your pedaling is pretty good. It's not too heavy because you notice if you push the pedal all the way down, you play, the sounds will all blur together.
Yeah.
But I thought your pedal was just enough that made the sound have a little bit of glow. It was good. Meghna, what are your thoughts for Isha on her performance?
Mainly I think it was good and she kept the mistakes hidden. Like she kept
Right.
like
Yeah,
something.
I barely noticed them. I was just listening more to the music making. Yeah, so well done, Isha. Thanks for
Thank
that
you.
comment, Meghna. What about you, Mason? What are some thoughts here for Isha?
She did pretty good. I agree with Magna. She did hide the mistakes so that you couldn't tell. And she did work on the dynamics and I could tell that she did use phrasing because like she goes up for some bars and then goes down on another. And tempo is really smooth. She's very confident with her tempo. So yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, overall, I think, yeah, great. That was a really detailed uh, assessment. The important thing about when we play is that we select a tempo that we can handle first, right? And also a tempo that is close to bringing out the character of the piece. So if you're playing something like this, Reflections, you don't want to play it too quickly. So I thought that you handled the tempo really well, Isha. I wouldn't play it any faster. This here, da -dee -dee -da -dee -da -dee -da. Be careful that it's not too heavy because it sounded a little bit too choppy at times. You want it to start slow and then gradually bring it up. Um, you should watch the video back because when you got to that point, it felt like it had a bit of a beat. Do you want us to feel a beat through here? From measure 9 through to measure, like all of this stuff here, measure 9 all the way through to measure 16. Do you want us to feel a beat? Or do
Um,
you want us to feel more of this line, like a long line?
I think I was supposed to go for the latter, but I was practicing with a metronome, so maybe that kind of like
Ah, okay.
affected it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That means that your metronome work is working, all right, to really align everything. So no worries at all. So maybe now that you've got it very clear with the metronome, you can take away the heaviness of each beat and just think about creating a longer shape from the beginning to the end, okay?
Okay.
All right, well done. We'll keep on moving. Thanks, Isha. All right, Migna, you're up.
My name's Magna, and I'm playing Willow Tree Waltz.
What happened? Isha, are you there?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so Migna's just froze, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all good. Hopefully she'll come back. Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go, Migna. Sorry, you froze.
Oh,
That's all good, but yeah, congratulations. Well done. Okay, that was a very musical performance. Let's go around the room, right? Let's start with Isha. Isha, what are your thoughts on her Willow Tree Waltz?
There was a really steady rhythm and tempo, and the dynamics were also really helpful to like the overall feeling of the piece. So I think it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was really, the dynamics really helped to it, right? And she also, once like you, she also, excuse me, she selected a tempo, which reflected the piece and that she could handle. Very good. How about you, Mason? Some thoughts?
yeah. So the rhythm, she felt like I can tell she was very confident with the rhythm for especially for like the first like bunch of yeah, like every single one that's like flowing like yeah, basically. And she did add a little dynamics which like made it more like I don't know how to describe, but like made it more musical. Yeah.
Make it more musical. Yeah. What do you think about that overall performance, Megna?
Well, I think I started off a bit too strong, but then I calmed down after a bit. I really
Mm.
like the ending.
Yeah, I thought you did the ending is so much smoother now. And your transitions between the left hand and the right hand, da dee da 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 da, right? It's great. It feels like a leaf that's slowly falling from the willow tree onto the ground, like it's the fall, right? It's good. Yeah, I don't have much to say. That I thought I agree with both Isha and Mason. I thought you had good dynamics. Your tempo was wonderful. Made it easy to follow. If anything, when you play these ya da 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 dum ba da da, you could float off the hand off the keys. It's all right. So that'll give it a little bit more shape and articulation.
I
Uh,
think I was doing.
yeah.
I was doing that.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, continue to do that then, because I think that really suits the feel of the piece, makes it feel like it's dancing. And then yeah, with your dynamics, you can actually boost them up. So when you see mezzo piano, make it quieter than what usually would be, right? And then when it's a forte, really really put more weight into the keys, right? This because you could imagine this could be the different seasons as well. This
Yeah.
could be the winter time, and this
But
could
then
be
why would winter be loud?
because of the storm, or maybe the
Oh.
snow. Could be, yeah. Could be a very cold, windy winter, maybe. Yeah. Depends what part of America you're in, right? Sometimes winter in California is pretty tame.
Yeah.
But if you're in other parts, maybe on the other coast, right? Imagine being in the winter in New York. It snows. So, yeah. So have a little think about how the seasons of the year can be represented in this piece. That's another idea for you to play around with. Yeah. Cool, but well done. I thought that, yeah, I agree with Mason. Very musical performance. Nicely done. All right, on we go. So then our final performer, Mason, you want to share with us your piece?
Oh, my name is Mason. Oh, my name is Mason, and today I'm presenting Enchanted Moments by Dan Alexander.
Well done, Mason. Is this your first time performing this in performance seminar, or
Yes.
yeah? All right. So what's your review?
So like so for dynamics, I think like I got like almost every single phrasing, but for the notes, there's like multiple parts I fumbled, but only I covered only one part where I fumbled, and I think it was pretty obvious that I messed up. But like the other parts, I just had to go back and go like blah because it sounded way too obvious, and it
Yeah.
sounded horrible. And plus, like from measure 41, like the that part it sounds very weird, so it kind of tricked my brain to going like no, no, yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So it seems like in general you're working to cover up.
Yeah, especially the third page because the third page is where I like mess up the most.
Okay. Okay. So when you sit down to practice, have a very clear idea about what you want to, the areas that you want to polish up. Look for the notes. Look for the pattern, like, as if you're sight reading. That's what you should be doing. Imagine if you're sight reading this, you're looking out for what the notes are, how far apart they are, and your fingering. So just get all that sorted now. It comes back down to writing. In English, when you're writing a story, you're looking at your spelling and you're looking at your grammar as well, aren't you? Where you're going to put the comma, where do you put the period, all that stuff. That's what we want to do here, just to clean it up.
Mm.
But musically, let's go to Migna. Migna, what are your thoughts on?
So I think I thought the opposite of Mason. I liked the whole piece. I didn't find any mistakes.
Yeah, isn't that interesting, huh? Only we as the performer are focused on the mistakes. The rest of us are just listening to the music being played. So that's an interesting lesson, Mason, for you to think about, yeah? People aren't listening for mistakes. They're actually listening just to the music that you're making,
Mm.
which is why it's important to just continue playing. Just keep playing. You'll be fine. Um, Another thing that's interesting when you play for someone, no one really is going to say to you, "Oh, you had so many mistakes." Like, who is that person? Like, what did you think of my piece? Yeah, there was so many mistakes. The most people just say, "Hey, I really like this and I really like that," and so keep on providing value to your music and story. Yeah, Isha, your thoughts?
I thought the consistency was really good and it kind of flowed together as one piece. And also the phrasing really stuck out to me. Like I could hear the different dynamics and that really sounded good. But yeah, I couldn't hear any of the mistakes. So I think you did a really good job covering them up. And I guess it's kind of like if you make a mistake, you're going to be the only one focusing on that. So I think you
True.
did really good though.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you think of those comments there, Mason?
I mean, like I think they didn't hear it because I was using pedal, so I think pedal makes it sound better, and plus it makes it flow easier. So
Yeah,
it just
possibly.
like sometimes it's supposed to be bar and bar, but I sometimes miss a bar or two, and then the sound keeps building up and hides the mistake. I think that's basically what because well, I have a sheet music right in front of me and I'm following it, so that's probably because like why I'm always like, oh, that's a mistake right there. Yeah.
That's yeah. So like I said, when you perform it, don't worry about if there are any mistakes. You just keep on rolling, keep on playing, and that's exactly what you did, which is also why Megna and Isha just enjoyed your music making, right? So now what you can do is start revising the notes again. Just go back over those notes, listen to this recording, and see for yourself the areas that you need to just fix up and understand. Okay, my hand wasn't prepared for that jump, or my hand didn't quite know which note to go to next. So study the notes, study the direction that you're heading in, and also the fingering, okay? But I think musically, it's coming along. Musically, it's coming along. Just fix some of those basics, and then you can come back and continue making it sound even more beautiful, okay?
Uh,
All right, well done. Well, that brings us to the end, everybody. Do watch the video back as always, so that you can take some notes on what to improve for next time. But I can't wait to hear you guys again at the next seminar. So well done. Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Mason. Thank you, Migna. See you in Kaizen. Bye, everybody.
okay. Bye.